What's up, team? Just live back testing session today. I've taken Euro USD as far back as I can on the 1 minute chart. So I'm going to trade it until we get
oh my god,
5 to 10 positions, depending on how long that takes. I normally like to sit down and do my back testing for about 10 to 20 minutes. So all I'm going to do is on my phone, just going to set myself a timer of 20 minutes. Really important to just make sure that this work is being done, but not to have it some really kind of massive, arduous task.
This is so boring.
So let's start looking at the charts as we would do normally. So we are on the weekly time frame. Let's mark out any levels that we want to be paying attention to. So weekly time frame, we've got a level here. That's a major level. Let's pop that on. Obviously got a major level there. Let's make a note of that just in case we get up there. It'll take a few weeks to get up there, obviously, but it's worth paying attention to. Nothing really much else that I like other than the fact we've got a couple of kind of weekly levels here, which are probably more prominent on the daily charts, to be fair. And as we are, we've just swept out a weekly liquidity level there. We might be then pushing up for higher prices, but let's have a quick look. Let's look at our daily chart. So daily chart, we've got a couple of levels that we want to be paying attention to. So we've got a daily level there, and then we've got a daily level here. Let's mark that one on. And we probably want that one there as well, to be fair. So let's mark that one on. So let's get our little trade tool up here. So we are backtesting session. This is the, what day is it? 12th November. Trade 1. Let's see where we end up. Okay, so dropping down to our hourly time frame, you can see very clearly we're in this daily range here, hourly, nice hourly structure that we're looking at. So if we just mark on this this high to that low, we've got our premium area. So I'd be expecting price to come into this premium area, maybe take out some of this imbalance we've got here. Not too fussed about that intermediate high there, but if we come down to here, I'll definitely be looking for some buys, and if we come up to here, I would expect a sweep of the entire range, so the external liquidity to be taken out, which is that external liquidity point there. I would expect that to be taken. Let's mark that on as external, and then I'm going to put another one down here as well. Let's mark that on as external. So those are our external liquidity levels. We've got daily levels lining up them as well. So let's just have a quick look and see what we get. Okay, so we've tagged into that imbalance, and where are we now? So we are on Tuesday, so this is definitely a valid area that we'd be looking for trades. Tagged into that imbalance, get rid of these circles because they're making it a bit confusing. Tagged into that imbalance, there's not really a setup there that I'm interested in getting involved with. If we get a little retest of that, yeah, I think it's probably what we've got now is we've got this little internal range that we could actually potentially look for some buys from. We are looking at internal liquidity areas here. So if we mark these ones on, just so we can see them, this is our internal liquidity. Color that purple. Okay, we'll just save that as internal. And then we've got another internal liquidity here. These are all valid areas that we could be looking for buys from. Okay, so we've got a little tag now. Okay, and this is where we can start then, let's see. And so we're in a new day now, and we want to be seeing some sort of reaction. Okay, so that's perfect really, isn't it? So we've got this internal range, we've swept out internal liquidity, and then we've had a really, really lovely reaction here. So this is where I drop down to my lower time frames. Where are we now? So that's our 12 o'clock, that's our our New York Open. Come into here, we've created our supply, which has now been invalidated, as you can see. So that's the trap blown. And we've had a really lovely, if you look at this, yeah, really lovely clearance of liquidity. So we've got all these internal liquidity points that have now been taken out. So what I'm looking for now is I'm going to be looking for a buy of some kind. What I need now is some sort of rejection. So it's a little bit wider than I would have liked. And we're happy to set up a trade on this. Let's just drop down to the 1 minute, see what the 1 minute's showing. And we've got that little imbalance in there as well. I definitely would want my stop below probably here, just to be on the safe side. Although we've got imbalances there. What's that, 21 pip stop? It's quite tight. I'd probably just take the risk on this one. The risk on the basis of that first level here. Do you know what, that's the new, that is quite a significant one though as well. So that's our Asia range. Let's mark that one on. Yeah, so that, to be fair, was likely to happen because we are quite high in the range. So we're down to -1 for now. -1 up. We're okay with that though. And that is a total of -1 up. So what we'll do, we'll do this based upon $1,000 a trade. So -1,000. Here we are, -1,000. Okay, cool. Right, so I'm still interested in a long from here, if we can get it. What I'm looking for now is a clean MSU setup, hopefully at a premium. Need to change the structure now. Okay, that's it. And on the 1 minute time frame, yeah, okay, so that's our change of structure. We've now got invalidation there. We can set probably quite a safe trade here with a nice stop like that. And again, the same setup up to here. Oh, it is tricking me out today. So that's another loss. 2 minus 1,000 minus 2,000. What's quite significant now though, as you can see, price will do this to you quite a lot, is we've had a really clear sweep now of that external liquidity, to the point now where when external liquidity is taken in a bullish market, I'll just enter on it. That's now a really comfy trade, and then I'll get a second position if I can. Okay, so 1 minute time frame, we've got MSU set up there as well. Now I play this as if I have traded it live, so technically I've missed the perfect entry there. So I'm going to trade it like this with a wider stop like that, and then again we're going to hold this up. So we've got 2 positions now on this, one here as you can see, and we've got a second position there. What time of the day is this? This is quite late at night, to be fair. Let's see if we got our target. Come on. So we're looking for a clearance of that Asian range. Let's just drag that out. And there we go. Okay, so we got it overnight. So we've ended up now, out of those 2 trades, taking out our 2. So we got 1.7 and then we got a 2.59. So let's mark those on. 2 trades. So 3 was plus 1,700. And then the other one was 2.59. So 4 is plus dollars 259, 2.59. Okay. So 1,700, 2,590. Okay. So we're up to a total of 2,290. Save that. Okay. And then we're up to, you know, a couple of grand off, you know, where we're on the Wednesday market. So that's a pretty good result. Now I'm going to get rid of these. Actually, let's just hide them just so we can see we can go back and have a look at this at the end. So I've had a couple of wins. I like to kind of hide the charts and then just jump back up to the daily and just see what's happened. Okay, so we've got a really clear daily level here that's been swept. That level is now daily, but in turn we've created a new daily level, which is significant. That new daily level, if we can sweep it, that will be, because it's swept out a previous daily level, that then becomes a significant move. Okay, we've got daily high here as well that we do need to pay attention to. Let's get rid of that imbalance, and we've still got this external range that we're looking at here. So let's have a look at that. Now, in order for us to kind of understand what's going on, we need to really pay attention to the sweep. So this range, in my opinion, is still intact. What has happened is we've swept out the external liquidity, but we have literally just swept it. And that, for me, isn't a case of saying, right, we're in a new bearish range now. This range is still the range that I'm seriously considering. And for me, I'm going to be looking at either this daily level to be taking trades from. Okay, I'm happy to be buying on the way up now because I've taken that daily level. So my bias now is bullish. And, 15-minute chart, we've also had a break of structure here. So let's have a quick look and see if we get a daily setup. So if we can get a daily setup, I mean, this technically is a range. Although it's not the new major range, it is technically still a range. Don't really want to be buying too much from here, but we can see that actually we've got a pretty clean setup there. We've got the lower London, which should have held. We've then got this setup here, okay, which would have held. I didn't take this, as you can see. I was technically late on the trade, so I'm not going to include this in my total. But the theory's there, and had we be not rushing a backtesting session and all the other bits and bobs, it's definitely worth. We would have probably caught it, to be fair. It's quite high up in the range, admittedly, but that aside, we know that we've got a bullish bias now. Okay, we've got our new range liquidity here. It's worth just noting that this is internal liquidity, not external liquidity. Sorry, internal range. This is where it gets confusing. This range is internal to the major range. So this is a lower probability range to be trading from. Not saying that it wouldn't work, it wouldn't cause any reactions, but it's lower probability. This hasn't told us, this isn't saying to us we are now in a new range. This is internal to this. We haven't had a close below the external level. So the bearish trend is still set from this entire range here. But you can see quite comfortably that price is making its way up. And look at that reaction. Look at that reaction, okay, to the range liquidity. This is why these liquidity concepts are so effective, because you could have taken that. You've got the New York trap here, which has been perfectly invalidated, and I'm just marking these on because we are kind of rushing this session a little bit for the purposes of YouTube. You can see here, then we've got a lovely little setup there, perfect little setup. So we've got our ISC candle here. See if it's, yeah, so ISC candle here, imbalance is there, so that's our entire kind of liquidity sweep area. On the 1 minute time frame, we've got our MSU set up. Oh, this is absolute gold. I wish I'd been taking this a little bit slower so we could have included it in our profits. MSU set up there, stop. We are looking for this New York open trap, of course, to be broken. That's our trap. Okay, we're holding down for that trap. Look at that, some great trading here. And then once the trap is invalidated, the likelihood is that we're gonna create some sort of equal pricing. Maybe fill in these imbalances. Maybe create some equal pricing here. And we're probably then gonna go for the external liquidity up top. Very clean here. Where is that? It's Thursday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. See if we get a setup in London. See how well that levels hold. So this is what we call EPA. Okay, so this is where we are expecting price to come back and retest. Okay, this is our efficient pricing. Becomes efficient when it retests that. Look at how perfect that rejection was. You could have taken a trade like that and it would have held really, really nicely. Now hopefully we're going to get some more invalidation of this. Let's just jump up the time frame quickly and then see if we get a setup in London. I'll be looking for a nice little setup on there. So this is London opening. Okay, internal range. Let's see if we can actually catch the setup today. So, okay. Right, okay, that's our setup there. Stop below the low. I'm going to hold until first profit target will be that high there. It's a weak high because it hasn't created any new structure, as you can see. Perfect first target. Okay, let's mark that on. Boom. And now, as you can see, we've taken out the external structure. So, all in all then, we missed a couple of trades, as you can see. That one was a 3.47. So trade number 5 is plus 3.470 plus 3470. So 7760 is what we're looking at for the day. Just using these liquidity concepts. Framing up where your liquidity is sat is the most important part of your trading day. Understanding where the market is likely to be headed and the reason why it's likely to be headed, the reason why it's likely to be heading there is really, really important. If you enjoyed this session, you want to see more live backtesting sessions, please pop me a comment below. Let me know. It'd be great to get a bit of feedback from you guys on what you're enjoying about the content, and then I can hopefully make it more custom fit for each and every one of you. Thank you again for tuning in. Catch you in the next one.